Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fields again for this men's soccer matchup between your Southern Virginia Knights and the St. Mary's Seahawks. This men's soccer team having a pretty good season so far. They've had a couple of different opportunities so far. They're 4-10 on the season, so coming off some pretty good wins. They had a couple of rough games as well, so really anything could happen in this game. St. Mary's a consistently good team. They've had a pretty good season as well. A couple of common opponents between them. They've both played 4 teams had some varying outcomes between them. Both teams beat Bridgewater, the Knights 1-0, and then St. Mary's 2-1. Both teams played Salisbury, and the Seahawks came out with a 1-0 win there, and the Knights fell to Salisbury. At Penn State Harrisburg, the same result. And then Christopher Newport, one of the best teams, not just in the conference, but in the nation. Both teams didn't come out with a win there. Both teams able to get a loss. St. Mary's did take them into overtime, though. So we do know that both teams are very competitive, so we're going to see a pretty good matchup here today. I'm Sam Horman, and I'm joined today by Nash Jones, running back on the football team here at Southern Virginia University.
You know, I think we're going to see a tough game here with St. Mary's. Knights coming off a tough loss to Mary Washington, losing 7-0. You know, I expect to see a big game out of Matt Deedy, who is one of the captains here on the Southern Virginia Knights soccer team. But overall, should be a good game. I'm pretty excited for this game. It should be a good matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, against Mary Washington, the Southern Virginia Knights not able to do quite as well as they would have liked. But in their previous game against Wesley, able to score 6 goals. So it's not necessarily an inconsistent team, but we have seen a couple of different things happen on the field related to, you know, how the performance of the players. Obviously, it's a very mental game. We have two very capable teams, a lot of capable players on the field tonight, but really it's just the team that shows up tonight that's going to make the difference. We've seen the Knights with a lot of success in the attack. In quite a few games, they were able to score 4 or 5 goals in a game. They scored 6 against Wesley just a week ago, but then, you know, against Mary Washington on Wednesday, just not able to score at all. So, you know, really it's going to be which Knights team shows up tonight, I think. The Seahawks, on the other hand, have had fairly consistent games. No games that had any more than 3 goals by either side. So I think we'll see some pretty controlled play from the Seahawks, as we did just see on the women's end a whole lot of slower pace, a more controlled game, I think, than the Knights favor. So it'll be an interesting matchup tonight. This men's team as well, averaging just barely under 1 goal a game, .99 goal allowed average as well. So really fairly low scoring team on the Seahawks, but that doesn't mean they're not afraid to attack, and given the opportunity, they will put the ball in the back of the net. They've had at least 3 in a couple of games this year. Had 3 against Frostburg, 3 against Swarthmore, and they're coming out early looking for anything the Knights will give them. Great turn there by Knapmeyer to work the ball back upfield for the Knights.
You know, as we saw in the girls' game towards the end, it got really physical, and you know, I'm expecting the same thing from this this men's team. They have on the year overall, they have 22 yellow cards, which outscores us with 11. So I'm guessing a lot of those are from physicality. I wouldn't put it past them, but it should be a good game. I'm excited to see what both teams can do.
Seahawks take their first opportunity of the game. Colin Flynn's able to scoop that one up. Not allow the ball to get crossed into the center. Ball played down into the St. Mary's defense. They spread the field well to try to work the ball back up. Both teams really just trying to fight for possession here. Yeah, a little bit of a statistical mix-up on that. The Knights only have 11 yellow cards on the season, which does still contribute to the amount of physicality that they do play with, but also they have earned a couple in some other situations, some time-saving scenarios or other things, so they have Definitely quite a few physical players, but has been to keep the ball away for the most part. Knights trying to keep the ball away here. St. Mary's crosses it into the center. The Knights first to get to that. Doing a good job of trying to keep the ball out of the center in the most dangerous areas. Now St. Mary's with an opportunity to try to cross it in here. They're able to do so into the center. Ball's not able to be cleared out. Knapmeyer in the area. Merritt Weeks able to clear that ball out. His first was blocked by Knapmeyer. Took a hard shot to the ribs. But now the Knights able to work the ball out. Very dangerous opportunity, though, for St. Mary's. Just 3 minutes in.
Yeah, the Knights defense doing a great job there, getting that ball out. You know, that's kind of a scary situation when you're down there, right inside the 10-yard line. It looked like, but he did get a good shot to the ribs from that ball.
It's going to be a long game with a bruise there. I'm going to see a lot more interest in that area, as there's, you know, occasional jersey grabbing and that sort of thing. Trying to play the ball over to Greg Allen. So he's able to come down with possession there. Lay it off to his brother Nathan Allen. Those two really on the same page here as they're able to get past the back line into the corner. We may see a cross come in here from Nathan Allen. And the Knights are in their first corner kick of the game as Allen kicks the ball right off one of the Seahawks defenders. And only 4 minutes in, the Knights will have their first corner. And this is an area where they've done quite well this year. Matt Deedy with a couple of goals off of corners. And a few other players not afraid to get their head in and put the ball in the back of the net. Ball's crossed in low towards the near post. It will be a goal kick for the Seahawks. They like to play the goal kick short and try to bring the ball out. Now another long kick downfield into the corner. Able to connect. Great turn and tries to bring the ball into the box. Tries to cross it in. Knights able to step in front of that one. Now they have another opportunity. Hits the crossbar. Colin Flynn comes out and is able to end that threat. Knights having a tough time keeping the ball out of the back of the net there. Really a couple of good opportunities by the Seahawks from a few different players.
Yeah, seriously, that was a good kick there by the Seahawks. Seahawks player just barely missing that, just hitting the top of the crossbar. As they try to get that rebound back, Colin Flynn just there to make the play.
He has just absolutely been brilliant for them between the posts all season, and really in all 4 of his seasons here at Southern Virginia. He is a senior here and has just showed incredible leadership to just help build this program to what it's trying to become. On the other end, Zach Hausler in goal, also a senior from Woodbine, Maryland. So a couple of senior goalkeepers tonight, really trying to show their leadership and keep a clean sheet. Deedy comes up to take the free kick for the Knights, selects to play it short. Quite a few Knights in the area. Nathan Allen lays it off well to Jackson Farnsworth down into the corner. Finds Greg Allen in the center. Nathan Allen with an opportunity. Takes a shot here. Just over the goal. What a good opportunity there. Nathan Allen recognizing. And finally pulling the trigger. Getting a good shot there for the Knights.
As you can see, the Knights, most of them wearing pink, supporting that Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October.
During the women's game, we did see a little bit of a presentation as one of the Southern Virginia Knights' fathers has been affected by cancer. We saw a little bit of a presentation as they were such a big contributor and supporter of this Knights soccer organization, the men's and the women's, trying to raise awareness and bring support in any way that they can. St. Mary's doing a good job of trying to control it in their defensive third to just work it out.
Looks like we'll see a penalty here on the Seahawks. Award the Knights with a free kick.
Now Notmeyer lays it off for Weeks, tries to take down into the corner. Now we'll see a quick counter here by St. Mary's. Good job stealing that ball away, Jackson Farnsworth. Merritt Weeks keeping possession, laying it off for Matt Deedy. Now the ball ricochets back into the defensive third for the Knights. Seahawks bring it into the box and take a shot on goal, and it does go just wide. Number 9, Emmanuel Apong, bringing that down for the Seahawks. Another senior trying to make his mark on the game.
You know, if I think that ball goes just a little bit to the left, still, I think Cullen's right there to make a play, get that save.
St. Mary's comes out with possession from the Knights throw-in. And now switch the field quickly to try to counter from the other end. Now switch the fields again to the opposite corner. Able to work past Nathan Allen, but he slides in well. Is able to push that back out to the corner. That's such a dangerous slide, because if that goes wrong, that's a penalty kick for sure, given by the referee. So a bold move there, but a good tactical move as well. Notmeyer not able to control that one, and it goes out for a Seahawks throw-in. The ball played well into the box. Colin Flynn able to come out and grab that one. Seahawks trying to work the ball up the line, unable to do so. Now we'll have our first substitution of the game. Looks like number 5, Christian Rice. One of the really good outside backs for the night. He does a good job, not just shielding and defending, but also getting involved in the attack. He's very quick, so he's able to play both sides very well.
You know, as we go on, it should be said, tonight is senior night for the Knights. Even though this is not the last home game of the year, but it should be a very, very special game for the Knights.
The Knights are represented well by their seniors. They have certainly provided a lot of leadership, and I think all of them are definitely going to do a good job tonight. They will be recognized at halftime as well. Looks like we will have a penalty kick here, as that foul did take place just inside the box. Looked like Ben Knapmeyer in the area may have been the one that gave up the penalty kick. Clearly frustrated by that one. This is St. Mary's very good opportunity here. Even though Colin Flynn, an excellent defender, penalty kicks are just so incredibly tough to try to keep out. On the other side, we'll see number 21, Juwan Curson, for the Seahawks, stepping up to take the kick. Oh, Colin Flynn makes the right decision, goes the right way, but Curson's kick just a little bit too strong. Flynn not able to come out with that one, and now St. Mary's will have a 1-0 lead with 32 minutes remaining in the first half.
Juwan Curson, being a junior out of Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, just doing kind of a good job there. Colin picking the right side, just not getting there fast enough.
Yeah, they're so tough to defend, especially Curson. His 5th goal on the season, knows how to find the back of the net. The leading goal scorer now for the Seahawks. That will be the goal that pushes him over Emmanuel Apong, with 4 on the season. So Curson and Apong definitely the players to watch out for if you're the Knights' back line. Curson already making him pay early. Farnsworth trying to settle the ball here. St. Mary's exploding out quickly. There may have been a foul there. The ref electing to allow play to continue for the advantage. They do have a good advantage here as they bring the ball in. Luke Barber trying to cross the ball into the center. Able to find someone. Takes a left-footed shot towards the far post. Just not enough on that one, and Colin Flynn has absolutely no trouble picking that one up there. Good advantage played by the referee, though, allowing play to continue. The Seahawks not able to come away with what they would have liked, but the Knights able to keep them out of the net again.
Yeah, Knights doing a good job there on defense, not letting that cross ball go in, and Colin Flynn being there to save that goal.
Sean Diamond having a struggle trying to find where the ball was landing. Does fall right in front of him, and now he'll have an opportunity in the corner yet again. Great move there by one of the Seahawks players. Will Miller, I believe, got a nutmeg there as well.
That'll be number 1 for the first one of the men's game.
I think we only saw 2 in the women's game, and now already 1 in the men's game with just 14 minutes in. Oh, we have number 2 right there. Curson getting the 2nd nutmeg of the game. For those keeping stats at home, that is 2 nutmegs for the game, which will match the women's total. Seahawks bring the ball into the goal here. Able to get the cross in, and it looks like number 9, Emmanuel Apong, gets his 5th goal of the season. And the Seahawks take a 2-0 lead over the Southern Virginia Knights just 14 minutes into the first half. Pretty good play there by the Seahawks, just keeping the ball down in that corner, forcing the ball into the center, and then Apong just quick flick header towards the back post, and Colin Flynn playing the near post smartly, and just able to kick that one in there.
Yeah, Seahawks doing a great job down there. Juwan Curson getting that assist, I'm pretty sure. Just crossing that ball in, and Apong just getting his head in there. Unfortunate for the Knights.
Curson and Apong definitely the two attacking threats for the Seahawks. 5 goals apiece for each of them, and now 3 assists for Curson as well. And a 2-0 lead for St. Mary's College. A lot of contact going there against Nathan Allen, and the Knights will be awarded a free kick. Jackson Farnsworth on the free kick here for the Knights, elects to play it short across the field to Didi. Now Curson bringing the ball down yet again. Seahawks with another opportunity here in the corner. Adam Kratz on the ball. Makes a good cross. Puts the third goal of the game in for St. Mary's. A great cross to beat one of the Knights' defenders and just puts it towards the near post. Colin Flynn in a good position to try to deflect it, but a lot of power on that one from about 8 yards out is just incredibly difficult to try to stop.
Yeah, also using some great footwork there, kind of throwing off the Knights defender. Just that was a powerful kick, getting by Colin. Just another unfortunate goal here for the Seahawks. That'll be the 3rd goal here in under 15 minutes.
It's a really quick cut. Adam Kratz very good on the ball. Knights defense may have to give him a little more cushion. You can't bite on those. Any stab in, and they're gonna make you pay there. Knights now looking to try to slow down the play and see if they can maintain the possession, get a couple of passes going.
Looks to be Adam Kratz's 3rd goal here on the season.
Now we have a long shot. I think trying to chip Colin Flynn possibly, but not the kick that he was going for there, and ball goes well wide of the goal. Another goal kick taken short. Merritt Weeks looking long downfield.
You know, the Seahawks have just done a great job here in the first start of the game, putting the pressure on the defense, putting the pressure on Colin.
Now we'll have a free kick awarded to the Seahawks. Greg Allen in there for the Knights. Looks like Brad Moore, the recipient of that foul.
Yeah, I don't think that's something you can do. I don't think you can play with 2 balls on the field at once.
You know, would it add an interesting dynamic to the game if you could? But yeah, that's not allowed in this sport.
That would be pretty crazy. I don't know how you'd handle that.
I would not handle it well as a soccer player, but Knights trying to handle it here. Looked like Natmeyer a little bit off balance. Tried to come out for that one, but Zach Hostler dove out for it. Was able to fall on top of it quickly. May have been Nathan Allen, rather. Seemed to be a little bit off balance and unaware that Hostler was coming out for that one. Hostler stays on the ground for a little bit. Hopefully he is okay. The athletic training staff so far yet to come on the field.
Looks like it will be Nathan Allen who was in on that play, helping the goalkeeper back up.
That's good to see after an unfortunate foul like that. It looked like he was, kind of falling that way. May have been trying to head it on and not recognizing Hassler coming out for that. Good to see him help him up and allow the sportsmanship in the game to continue. You can see the formation here of St. Mary's does show a very disciplined defense. You can see the center backs and the outside backs very evenly spaced, very well spaced, and then two midfielders right in the center. Makes it so incredibly difficult to try to mark for the Knights. So good to see some very disciplined defending as well. Looks like the ref's having a bit of a conversation here. Not entirely sure what it's about. Obviously, from our spot here, we can't really hear what they're talking about, but seems to be some conversation about the last couple of plays. Now play is allowed to resume. Kick taken short. Now St. Mary's bringing the ball upfield in a pretty composed manner, now trying to find a through ball. Cullen Flynn comes off his line and pushes that one out. Not able to hold on to it, and now St. Mary's will have their first corner of the game.
With the strong offensive presence that the Seahawks bring, I would expect to see maybe a big play here on this corner kick.
Yeah, I would expect Andrew Batten as well, one of the center backs for the Seahawks, a 6'5" defender. That's basically my position as well. Also a center back, also 6'5". Hopefully he gets involved. Seems to be making a run towards the near post. He does get his head on it. Pushes it just past the far post, though. Yeah, he's the obvious target there. That's what you do when you have someone that's 6'5" on the field. Even as a center back, you bring him up, switch him out. He's going to have the best opportunity, and I think the Knights not fully recognizing that maybe and allowing him pretty much an open shot. Had he have just directed that a couple of feet to the left, that's going in.
Yeah, as you saw that, they kind of crowded the goalie box too, kind of got in front of Colin, trying to get out of his line of sight, trying to sneak that ball past on the right side, just getting a little bit too far off to the right.
Now St. Mary's really making the Knights work to try to get the possession back here. There's about 23 minutes left in the first half here. St. Mary's with a 3-0 lead over the Southern Virginia Knights. Cross into towards the far post. Ball does stay in bounds. Nobody in the area. Now St. Mary's works the ball back in towards the center. Nice, do a good job of stepping and not allowing a clean shot to go through. But the Seahawks definitely keeping pressure on early here. Another cross in towards the far post, towards the Seahawk. Colin Flynn gets a hand on it, pushes it just wide of the far post. What a read and what a dive to push that one outside. Does concede a corner kick, but much more dangerous than the alternative.
That was a great job there. Colin timing off that dive perfectly, just pushing that ball out.
Now in the last play, we basically saw a pick and roll towards Andrew Batten. He was able to get his head on the front post and try to flick it far post. You see so many players basically shielding Colin Flynn, and then 2 players outside of that. And another corner scored on by St. Mary's. This one not going outside the box, but electing to stay about 6 yards in and using the massive players just outside the box to just flick that one on towards the goal. Knights having a hard time marking up on corners here in the first half.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate play of events right there. You know, Colin doing a great job getting the ball out and then coming back with the corner kick. As you saw, Andrew Batten kind of got confused, mixed up with one of the Seahawks players. But they kicked it into that big pile, as you saw the big pile of people right in front of Colin. Just coming off one of the heads right into the right side of the goal.
It was difficult to tell exactly who touched it last before it went in, but I'm sure we'll find out at halftime exactly who that was and be able to report it back to you. But St. Mary's College able to come away with their 4th goal here in the first half, 21 minutes remaining.
You know, Seahawks are doing a great job of passing the ball too, working through the Southern Virginia Knights. As me and you talked about as we were walking into the stadium, you know, it's better to see 50 passes, short passes getting you down the field than, you know, 50 long shots.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Knights have done such a good job of that this season and really trying to maintain the possession rather than just, you know, take any shot. They do want to set up for a better shot. There is a time and a place where you know, want to make the extra pass. Quite a few teams have demonstrated that. Knights have a corner kick here, able to be parried away by Zach Hostler. But yeah, as you mentioned, the passing game is really what makes it strong. And so up until this point in the season, the Knights have done a really good job of maintaining the possession and playing that possession game. Tonight, though, just not able to come out the way they would have liked, and St. Mary's punishing them early for it. Merritt Weeks able to stop that counterattack, allow the Knights to try to regroup in the defense.
Coming down with almost about 20 minutes left to play. Looks like a little bit of contact there, but the ref allows to play on.
Merritt Weeks able to steal the ball away there, pass it off to Greg Allen. Knights have an opening in the center of the field. Terrazas tries to flick it on, gets the flick back, may have an opportunity for a shot here. Definitely some contact with the goalie yet again. I think a fair play trying to run in for the ball. Looks like Hostler did come out strong for it, but Terrazas has an equal play on the ball in that regard. I think he tried to lean forward and maybe get ahead on it or something, but looks like some legs got caught up in the process, and Hostler will be awarded a free kick there.
And as you can see, right before Didi came in with a flying header, and he's just all over the place now. He's running up and down the field.
Oh, we see another big collision with Hostler and Nathan Allen here. Nathan Allen totally unaware that Hostler had come off his line, and we see both players with a big collision. Both teams trying to care for their downed player. Hostler takes his third big hit of the game. And that's the last thing you want to see. correction, it looks like Knapmeyer is the player that did collide with Hostler. We'll see the athletic training staff come onto the field here. Knapmeyer tried to get up with some help from his teammates and immediately went back to the ground. I think we will definitely see a card here. That is not a collision that's allowed to happen in any regard. He definitely had his foot up trying to flick the ball on towards the goal, and he may have put it in Hostler's chest. It was difficult to see exactly what happened there, but can't allow play like that to continue. Knapmeyer will receive a yellow card here.
Yeah, I think Ben just not aware that the goalkeeper was coming off of his line, trying to get up. That's just unfortunate. Can't imagine just getting a good old cleat to the chest.
Have seen that in a couple of games before. That's really not what you want to see, especially for Hostler. Really one of the defensive leaders for the Seahawks, a senior, so much experience in goal. Their number one goalie for sure has just over 800 minutes in goal this season. And with a 4-0 lead, you definitely don't want to have any players go down that are crucial to games moving forward. I don't necessarily think there was any intent on that one, but as you mentioned, Knapmeyer totally unaware that Hostler had come out for that one. It looked like a cleat probably to the chest or somewhere in the upper body, so Hostler does seem to be okay. It's good to see. He will take the free kick, but yellow card is awarded to Ben Knapmeyer for that play.
No, I've taken my fair share of cleats to the body in football, but I mean I've never got one to the chest.
Yeah, the difference is the shoulder pads and the chest covering. Yeah, I have had my fair share with and without shoulder pads, having played soccer for quite a few years and now football for the last couple. And I can tell you, in a soccer uniform, it's a lot more painful in that regard, especially on a full sprint in. It looked like he was just trying to flick it on and then taking a cleat at 15 miles an hour.
You know, it kind of looks like the Sparta kicking away, just kind of jumping up and just getting it right in the chest. That's terrible.
I think the right call made by the referee to award a yellow card, as even if intent is not there, dangerous play can't be allowed to continue. Good to see both players still continuing to play on, though. Christian Rice makes a good step for the Knights defense there, able to bring the ball about 30 yards upfield. Outruns the ball just a little bit, comes away with it still, though. Great cross into the center of the field here. Terrazas with the ball. Looks like he tried to chip it over towards Anthony Bowden. Unable to do so, and now Hostler will come out with the ball yet again. We'll have a substitution here for the Knights. Ball played in towards the center. Colin Flynn able to corral that one in. I think they're looking for Tyler Kurak. Nathan Allen on the ball for the Knights. Does a good job bringing it upfield despite the heavy pressure from the Seahawks. Looks like Edwin Hernandez lays the ball out to the sideline, and the Knights try to bring the ball upfield. Unable to connect on that one. Now the Seahawks begin their possession deep in the defensive third. Quick little step on there by the Seahawks player. It looked like he was trying to do a step over. Ended up catching the ball just a little bit. Greg Allen with a great steal there. Now the Knights with an opportunity to try to counter.
Looks like the Knights will be awarded a free kick right there. About 35 yards out. Hopefully the Knights can find a way here. And
Greg Allen, quick pass to his brother Nathan Allen, who tries to get a flick over a defender and get a shot. He's unable to do so. Now the Knights will have a throw in about midfield. Great flick into the corner. Nathan Allen on the ball here, trying to find a cross, turns back, does cross into the box now. A little bit behind Terrazas, but Didi comes up from the defense. May have an opportunity here to cross it in. Deflected by the second defender for the Seahawks, and they are forced to just clear the ball out as far as they can.
Yeah, Didi flying down from the defensive side, trying to come get a cross in, just deflects off of a Seahawks defender.
Seahawks will have a throw in, make a few of their own substitutions. It's like number 4, Eric Moe, enters as one of the forwards. Looks like number 6, Aaron Tannenbaum, as well in the midfield. Nathan Allen trying to cross the ball in there. Knights are in a throw in. Didi on the ball now. Edwin Hernandez looking for Terrazas in the center, and they're able to connect a little bit, but possession is given away. Now the Seahawks bringing the ball quickly upfield. Maxwell Dwyer on the throw in there. Hernandez trying to play the ball into the corner there. So far, the Knights really largely unable to connect on some of those passes that they would really like to get, though. Had a good opportunity. So the Seahawks players are mostly bunched on one side. Just not able to get the pass right where they would have liked, though. Hernandez brings the ball up again for the Knights, down into the corner, finds Nathan Allen. Tries to make a slide to keep the ball in play. Unable to connect with the ball at all, though does connect with the player deep in the corner, and so he will be awarded a yellow card. Andrew Batten, the recipient of that slide tackle.
You know, looks like Merritt Weeks trying to make a case there for Allen. Allen also trying to...
It is good to see a captain try to step up and defend his players. I think the ref did have a pretty good case there, as slide tackle, maybe not totally necessary, although given the attitude of the Knights, especially Nathan Allen, he's trying to do anything he can to keep the Knights in this game. Try to clear the ball upfield here.
Ooh, a little bit of contact there, but looks like a Seahawks player is going to be down.
Knights like to show some good sportsmanship there, kick the ball out of bounds. Now walk over to address the injured player.
Second injury here coming in the game. First one being with Ben Knapmeyer and the goalkeeper colliding on a big play. I wasn't able to see what happened right there, but looks like the Seahawks player is up and moving around.
Now the sportsmanship return, that's good to see. Both teams, the Knights kicking the ball out, which by rule does mean St. Mary's will be awarded a throw-in, but St. Mary's returning the favor and just kicking the ball back to Colin Flynn to allow play to start over. That's just a good sportsmanship by both teams there, especially as we have had some tough fouls that we've seen from these players. Not necessarily aggressive or with intent, but nonetheless, it does speak to the physicality that is going to be consistent in this game. I think both teams very competitive. Both teams want to win, but it's good to see that even despite that, they can continue to still show good sportsmanship. Now St. Mary's trying to just work the ball around. Knights not able to keep that one in, and they will have a throw-in against them now in their own defensive third, taken quickly by the Seahawks. Knights clear that one away.
For those of you watching at home, the temperature is dropping a little bit here. The sun is about to go down. The wind is still blowing towards the west. But I mean, even when you're playing, you're probably not getting too cold or too worried about the temperature right now. Your body's probably still on fire.
Oh no, this is a beautiful temperature to play soccer at tonight. A little bit of wind makes it just easier to run, so I think both teams really going to be doing pretty well. See another shot here by St. Mary's, sails wide of the post. Like Christian Rice taking a bit of a hit on that one as well. See him limping just a little bit. Knights continue to make substitutions onto the field. We'll have number 20, Matthew Jones, enter the game. Long goal kick downfield, flicked on by a couple of Knights. Knights forced to play that one all the way back to their goalkeeper, who plays it all the way back across midfield. Hernandez tries to settle for Matthew Jones. Now Merritt Weeks tries to play it back up. Great heel pass there. Edwin Hernandez staying fresh on the ball. Didi with a very planted foot there. Now we see quite a few Knights in the area against Joshua Aquara, able to steal the ball away and earn a free kick. Played all the way back to Zach Hostler, who's had quite an active game despite the Knights' few attempts at goal. Greg Allen with another opportunity here, tries to bring it into the middle. Is able to do so and keep the possession. Seahawks step quickly though. Hernandez with another great back heel towards the goal. Nathan Allen comes down with it. Tries to put it off to his left foot. Then Hernandez with another shot. Great back heel there to flick it on towards Nathan Allen. Knights not able to finish, but a great attacking opportunity for them.
You know, this isn't the first game either. We've seen Hernandez with that back heel. I feel like that's something that he works on a lot, and he's starting to get real good at it.
Yeah, that's a skill you don't just pick up. You gotta earn that one. You gotta practice that one. So Hernandez putting in some time off of the field to really bring that into his game. You are right. We've seen that quite a few times in some of the previous games. We've seen quite a few pretty good little plays from Hernandez as well. He's a very, very tactical player, very good on the ball.
You know, as we're getting in here, under 5 minutes left. Knights down 4-0, as those 4 goals came within the first 20 minutes, I believe. The first one coming off of a penalty kick.
Now long pass downfield won't really merit any danger from the Knights' back line. Matthew Jones heads the ball forward. Seahawks come away with possession though. Ball rolled out towards Andrew Batten now, who brings the ball upfield for the Seahawks. Ball's played well into the corner for the Seahawks, looking for a cross in. Dede able to step in front of the back heel pass there, come away with possession for the Knights, and now they bring the ball upfield.
You know, as I was saying earlier, the Seahawks do a great job of passing the ball a lot. They're working down the field. Knights doing a great job, though, especially Matt Dede in there.
Seahawks again attacking quickly downfield. Dede able to step in. The Seahawks come away with another shot, though. Sails just wide of the far post, and now the Knights will have a goal kick with just under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Everybody trying to fight for possession. The Seahawks come away with it, make another long pass over the top. Too long as Colin Flynn's able to scoop that one up. The referee gets involved in the play and takes a hit. Seahawks try to take advantage of that and play that one in.
Ref was trying to get in on the play, it looked like. Maybe got in the way of the player there, but
yeah, for anybody watching at home, the deflected hit pass is one without much accuracy, so referee needs to maybe up his game and try to get the feet involved a little bit more there. Though the referee is part of the field, so anything that does deflect off of him or that he may want to get involved in is technically part of the play, so that's why play does continue even after the referee takes a hit. Seahawks with another opportunity here. Get another shot towards the goal. Goes wide right. You see the Seahawks, though, really trying to work that ball into the center in the most dangerous shot that they can. Nathan Allen with a quick turn. See a few good passes here by the Knights, just trying to play the composed soccer that we've seen so much from them this season.
Time winding down with about 30 seconds left. Knights just trying to look to do something to go out of this half with.
Trying to still string together a few good passes, round out this half. Keeping their spacing quite well, though. I think that'll take away the last 5 seconds of the half here. Maybe a quick throw in. Played back to the back line, and that'll do it here for the first half. The Knights so far not able to direct the game the way that they would have liked to, but I think with for about the last 20 minutes of the half there, able to come away with a little more. Saw the game start to shift away from the Seahawks, and the Knights able to connect a few more passes, get a few good opportunities there. But the Seahawks do take a 4-0 lead into halftime. We'll go ahead and step away for about 15 minutes as there's a senior presentation for those seniors that play for the Southern Virginia Knights. Go ahead and join us again during the presentation, and we'll be back for second half action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fields here at Southern Virginia University for the second half of this men's soccer matchup between the Southern Virginia Knights and the St. Mary's Seahawks. The Seahawks took a 4-0 lead into halftime, during which there was a presentation of the 5 seniors here on the Southern Virginia men's team. Those 5 seniors have really represented the program well, done really well. They've all had quite a good experience here. They've all, been very appreciative of their time here and had some stats that we'll throw out every once in a while as they get involved in some of the plays. So those of you at home that may be less familiar with some of the seniors here and the established program can become more familiar with them. Colin Flynn comes out for that one, and as we just mentioned, one of the seniors here at senior night. He has played here 4 years and has over 88 saves on the season. He has 8 games in which he's had 7 or more. He'll be graduating with a degree in liberal arts this spring. So he's done quite well on and off the field as well. Seahawks try to get another opportunity. Left-footed shot there. Colin able to get that one.
Looks like that'll be save number 89 for Colin.
And not including the ones that he's had in the first half. He did come away with 2 saves in the first half, so that'll be 91. That's a lot of saves. Still with a few games left this season, maybe try to break 100. Hopefully not, because you don't want to have too many saves. But at the same time, as a goalkeeper, that is kind of your stat. Seahawks again pressing downfield. Bring the ball into the center, takes a deflection. It will cross over the end line for a goal kick. A couple of the first half stats for you. The saves, 2 for Colin Flynn in the first half and none for the St. Mary's goalkeeper Zach Hostler, although it should be said he got involved in quite a few plays in the first half. Took a cleat to the chest, took a bit of a tumble with Nathan Allen. He got involved in quite a few plays, so although statistically without a save in the first half, heavily involved in the play and kept the Knights off of the board. They have made a substitution at goalie. We now have Patrick Paolini in goal, who does have quite a few minutes on the season despite Hostler really being the number 1 goalkeeper here. Paolini, 360 minutes in goal, has allowed 7 goals while in between the posts.
Sounds like a great season so far for him.
Oh, great turn there. Allow the ball to get worked down into the corner. Looks like Jeremy Wilson. Connecting there, tried to cross it in. Seahawks player takes a deflection. Now the Knights will have their second corner of the game.
Matt Deedy coming down into this attacking third. I'm thinking we're going to see him in here on this play as the Knights take on their second corner.
Left-footed kick comes in towards the 6-yard box. Knights the first on it and the second on it and able to put it in the back of the net. And they come away with their first goal of the game here. Nathan Allen, the finisher there.
Yeah, that was a good job. As we said, they were trying to set it up for Matt Deedy. Matt Deedy came in with the header, came down, and Nathan Allen was there just right there in the right time and got that ball up in the top right corner.
Good work by Nathan Allen to draw one back for the Knights here. And now with 41 minutes left in this game, it's a 4-1 game. The Knights with a little bit more momentum going forward. Now the Knights get a throw in. A little bit of a late challenge there does send a nice player to the ground. It will earn a free kick. Ball played across over to Sean Diamond. Merritt Weeks looks across field. Greg Allen tries a back heel pass to try to find Hernandez in the middle. Greg Allen, another one of the seniors here at Southern Virginia. He's had 6 goals, 58 shots, and 29 shots on goal. He'll be graduating with a degree in business management and leadership. He's been a really good presence for the Knights in the midfield. I think those numbers are hard to demonstrate, really, though, the other things that he's brought to the field. Great flick on there by Hernandez. We've seen some really fancy footwork by him tonight that's really paid off for the Knights. A few long passes by the Knights trying to connect with their strikers. Didi able to intercept that pass. Touch just a little bit strong from Diamond.
Yeah, as we were talking about Greg Allen, who's had a great career here at Southern Virginia. He's his senior year coming out of Provo, Utah. Me being from Utah, from Heber City, just a little bit, about 30 minutes away from Provo. Provo was a very good soccer school. They always held their own in the 4A. I think they have moved up to 5A this year. But have always been a very competitive soccer school. As you can see with both brothers, Greg and Nathan, coming to Southern Virginia.
Yeah, they've definitely had a connection tonight on a couple of passes. Have worked quite well for him. Continue to see the Seahawks put a lot of pressure on the back line for the Knights. Knights play the ball over the top into the corner towards Nathan Allen. May have crossed over the line there, and it did for a throw-in for the Seahawks. Seahawks as well made quite a few substitutions coming out into the second half. I don't really see any of their starters left over from the first half currently on the field. They have mostly looked to bring in their second unit here, get some playing time.
A lot of contact there from the Knights, which will award Seahawks a free kick, which they're coming right down the field.
Sean Diamond able to step in front of that one there for the Knights, and now tries to turn the play quickly. Patrick Paolini tries to bring the ball upfield there, work it out of the goal. Ooh, dangerous pass there. Terrazas almost able to step in front of that one there for the Knights. Had he have done so, that's quite a good opportunity, only a few yards out from goal. Terrazas with another good opportunity. Finds a good pass over to Hernandez. Finds Jeremy Wilson trying to work the ball in there. Maybe pushing just a little bit too hard. He's unable to come out with anything too lethal there. Seahawks on the other end now try to bring the ball up the sideline. Good cross into the middle. Couple of good moves there by Zach Urich. Now the Knights forced to clear that one away.
Yeah, Zach putting the work on the Knights defender right there. But as you can see, the Knights doing a great job on defense.
Knights will have another opportunity for a goal kick here. Like Matt Deedy trying to flick the ball back there and may have taken a bit of contact as well. He's also been nursing a little bit of an injury in some of the games this season that he's not started or not come in on a couple of games. Has been unfortunate as he is such an anchor for the Knights back line. As he comes away with another steal there. He's really had a great season though. 2 goals and an assist. He started 28 games over the past 2 seasons for the Knights, so almost every game that they've played in, he's really just been that anchor for him there.
Yeah, Matt Deedy is one of the captains here in the Knights team. Done a great job this year.
Do see a Knights player down on the field. Athletic trainer Chad Mahaffey comes on to address that. Looks like number 4, Aaron Terrazas, down on the ground. Both teams a little bit of a break here as the injury will be addressed. Terraza seems to be grabbing his hamstring. Walking pretty gingerly. Hard to tell exactly what happens as there's so much that can go wrong. Could be just a rolled ankle, step on the ball, someone else steps on it, a knee, pulled muscle. There's really just a variety of things that could go wrong here, but so unfortunate to see. What is good to see, though, is number 7, Luke Barber of the St. Mary's Seahawks, helping Terrazas off the field, along with Chad Mahaffey.
If you don't get a picture of that, then what are you doing? Because that is awesome there. Great show of sportsmanship there by the St. Mary's Seahawks.
Yeah, that's what the game's about, especially with a 4-1 with 11 minutes gone here in the second half. That's really what you want to see. Now the Knights return the favor of sportsmanship and play the drop ball back to the goalkeeper, and play resumes. Merritt Weeks tries to play a ball over the top just a little bit too long. Paolini comes out for that one. Seahawks unable to control that one. Knights will have a throw in here. Merritt Weeks plays it over to Matt Deedy. Hernandez tries to find a pass down the line to Matt Jones. Seahawks step in front and steal that one away. Seahawks switch fields and try to attack from the opposite end. Play a long ball over the top here. Knights able to get the first touch on that one. Now the Knights in turn try to play a ball over the top. Unsuccessful slide tackle. Greg Allen comes away with that one. A little bit of a late slide tackle, but Matthew Jones now in the corner for the Knights trying to find a good cross in. Connects with Greg Allen, who tries to take a left-footed shot towards the goal, takes a deflection. Seahawks try to bring the ball upfield, but foul Sean Diamond in the process. Now the Knights will have a free kick about 40 yards out. See quite a few players near the box for the Knights. See how the Seahawks mark up on this one. Ball comes in towards the goal. Goes right into Paolini's hands, and he's able to play that one out. Now the Seahawks with the counter down the sideline. Cross ball into the center. Trying to find a left-footed shot. Is able to do so, but the ball goes just right of the posts. Now the Knights will have a goal kick.
The Knights doing a great job there on defense, putting the pressure on him more or less than them putting the pressure on the defense, making him use that. I mean, I'm guessing he's not a left foot dominant kind of guy, but making him use that left foot and just missing wide right.
Now with about 30 minutes remaining in the game, it looks like the Seahawks have 4 or 5 players there at the substitution available once they get the opportunity. And now that they have a throw-in, they should be awarded that opportunity. Ball is played into the center. Dede makes a quick step and is able to. Seahawks cross the ball in yet again, but Dede the first to get ahead on that one. Four players.
Yeah, Seahawks looking to use more risk of maybe pulling something, or what happened to the Hostler with a cleat to the chest. You don't want anything like that to happen.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Coach Alan Oliver, you're also trying to build for other seasons and get a look at some of the other players that you do have. This game definitely not over yet, but with a 3-goal lead, you can be a little bit more confident in bringing some of the other players out onto the field, as they have done quite well. And even though the Knights have gotten another goal here, Seahawks hopefully, obviously trying not to concede anymore. The Knights continue to put pressure on that back line, though. Nathan Allen with a good shot on goal here. Patrick Paolini able to just step in front of that one. Allen wishing he could have that one back.
Nathan looking for his second goal of the game here. Doing a great job. He was going up against, he was double teamed. He was doing a good job, working those 2 defenders, getting around him and getting a shot off.
It's like he was trying to use the outside of his right foot to just try to push it towards the far post. The sacrifice of doing that is the power, and I think Paolini definitely able to step in front of that one because of the lack of power. But it looks like the Knights may have an opportunity here. Hernandez not quite able to dribble through. Good step there again by the Knights. And now we'll see a foul in the other direction, and they'll have a free kick 35 yards out. Look like Edwin Hernandez, the recipient of that tackle there. It's another way to spot a good soccer player when you know him, is to the extent to which the foul was received. He definitely took the contact, went down, and then continued the foul to make sure that everybody knows he got fouled. Nathan Allen with a great header on. A couple of Knights in the area. But again, Paolini able to step in front of that one.
Man, Nathan doing a good job tonight. Again, looking for that second goal.
Great step there by Matthew Jones. Shot comes in. Colin Flynn easily able to get that one there. That's a great step, though. Matthew Jones not falling for the shake and bake in the corner. Well played. We've definitely seen the pace of the game slow down just a little bit since about 30 minutes left, or 30 minutes into the first half. Both teams trying to pass around and maintain possession. We do have about 25 minutes remaining in the game, and the St. Mary's Seahawks with a 4-1 lead over your Southern Virginia Knights. Knights still battling, though, and I think really upping the amount of shots that they've had in this game in the second half here. Only came away with 3 in the first half. They've definitely taken advantage of some of those now. A couple quick ones coming from Nathan Allen in the last couple of minutes. Seahawks trying to take a quick turn, but that ball will take a couple of bounces before it even gets to Colin. Now Elijah Mendoza lays it back off to Colin Flynn, who's looking for something downfield. Seahawks still able to bring the ball through despite a lot of contact that will be noticed by the referee, and now a free kick is given 30 yards out. This looks to be a few yards outside the near post here. We'll have a 4-man wall for Colin Flynn to put on the near post. 3-man now. Hernandez electing to man mark rather than stay in the wall. Short pass towards the near post. Couple of Knights in the area for that. Merritt Weeks able to get a header on that one and clear that out. Although one of the Seahawks was in an offside position anyway, so the Knights really avoiding danger on that one. Good job, though, Merritt Weeks, demonstrating the seniors coming out strong tonight. He's really done well, despite really, I'd say he's more of a true midfielder. He's stepped in as a defender for the Knights and done quite well, and definitely come out with some shots of his own. Seahawks trying to get something here. Ball goes well wide, and Knights will have another goal kick. Merritt Weeks has 45 shots and 7 goals in his career and during his time here at Southern Virginia University. 6 of those goals coming this year. He's also one of the captains that the soccer team has chosen. Merritt Weeks, a native of Orem, Utah, so another Utah player coming out and representing for the Knights. He's really done quite well, especially stepping in with Matt Deedy in the center back position and kind of anchoring down the inside and mostly trying to push everything to the outside. Very physical player as well, as we've seen in some of the other plays. Not easy to push him off of the ball.
You know, I think we could probably say he's a little bit from Brazil too, because he served his 2-year mission from 2014 to 16 down in Brazil. Very, very big soccer country.
Absolutely, and Greg Allen as well. Spent time in Brazil as a missionary for 2 years, and so 2 partial Brazilians on the soccer team may be contributing. Seahawks take it down into the corner. High cross towards the box. Knights not able to clear that one out. Come away with another shot, and Colin Flynn records another save on the night. Getting close to 100 now. He's had a couple in the last few minutes. I think Matt Deedy may have a little bit of a cramping issue or a very smart play for Colin Flynn to roll the ball out to him. Maybe they drew that one up on the clipboard earlier. You just never know with those two. They're very good friends off the field as well. So any friendship that goes off the field that translates onto the field very well. That's almost true in any sport, especially in my time here. The friends that you're closest with off the field, sometimes they can really benefit the most on the field.
You know, I think that play was called the fake injury rollout, maybe.
They really should start naming those if they're going to continue to do it. They can just call play 2, and then, no one will know what they're talking about.
And they can all wear wristbands, have all their plays on it.
Oh, we'll definitely see a foul there. The wristband thing may not be totally necessary. As in football, there's quite a few more plays to call than in soccer. A lot of times, simple hand signal or gesture will do. Even in high school, we had 6 corner plays, but for the most part, hopefully your athletes can remember 6 plays. So just calling them should be enough. Seahawks elect to play the free kick short, and now will off the ball into the box. Quite a few Knights in the area. Seahawks still with the ball. Get a good shot. Takes a deflection. Number 29, Isaac Ekabo. Pretty good attack so far from him. He's been open in the box a few times. The Knights have pushed him around and pushed him outside and able to get a good deflection there, but Ekabo definitely heavily involved still. One of the better players to come off of the bench for the Seahawks. Only started 1 game so far this year, but has played in 12 now for them, so one of the better off-the-bench players for them. Ball will roll out for a goal kick. Just under 20 minutes remaining in the second half here. Seahawks continue to make more substitutions onto the field. So we see another free kick given to the Seahawks. Switch the fields. Now try to bring it back across into the middle. Another ball over the top. Deedy the first to get ahead on that one. Seahawks able to come away with that one. Now the Knights clear it out. Oh, great touch there to try to open the field up. Not able to come away with possession, but a great defensive step there. The Knights still trying to get back into this game despite being down 3 goals.
Yeah, so close right there to getting the ball free out in the open. Just Seahawks defender was right there, able to kick that ball out.
Really close there. Both players going for a header.
That one had me gasping. If you might have been able to hear me gasp right there. That was really close to just hitting each other in the head.
And those are really unfortunate. It's a fair play on the ball. Both players do have an equal shot at the ball, but oh man, that is.
We saw one of those in the girls' game earlier. One of the girls getting a head to the nose is what it looked like, getting a pretty nasty bloody nose. They even had to come out and clean it up off the field.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see in a game like this. So luckily, both players able to avoid any sort of crisis there. But it is good to see both teams still battling, still playing hard. This game's not over yet. Hernandez trying to work the ball up. Unable to find anything. Now finds a pass over to Greg Allen. Puts it on his right foot. Plays it down to Matt Jones, who crosses it in towards Nathan Allen. Unable to connect on that one. Seahawks clear that one out. Now a very high kick into the air. Nathan Allen tries to step in front. Somehow comes out with it. Now laid it off for his brother Greg, who was unable to maintain the possession, but now the Knights concede a goal kick. Seahawks continue to bring the ball down the sideline. Play it into the middle, but Didi's there for the Knights. In an attempt to lay it off on a drop pass there. Ball just goes out for a throw-in. Seahawks dancing on the sideline, able to get past one defender, but not the second one for the Knights. Throw taken in towards the box. Merritt Weeks steps quickly and clears that one away. Ball is thrown quickly downfield. No offsides on a throw-in, so trying to take advantage of that position there. Now the Seahawks will have a corner kick. Their third of the game. Seems to be the same play that they ran in the first half, although this time not able to bring up Andrew Batten, who is taking a seat. Now the Knights really trying to expand out quickly. See some good footwork there from Hernandez, and the pass just a little bit off. Ref electing to allow play to continue given the advantage. Seahawks try to play it in quickly. Didi again able to get ahead on it. And Matt Jones unable to connect on that pass, and now the Seahawks begin their possession again. Now the Knights take away their own possession. Hernandez in on another physical play. Tries to play it back to one of his defenders, unable to do so. And now the Seahawks take a quick throw in.
Getting down to about 13 minutes close. Rest of this half. Knights down 1-4 with the one goal coming at the very beginning of the second half from Nathan Allen.
Colin Flynn able to scoop that one quickly. Elijah Mendoza bringing the ball upfield, looks into the center. Matt Didi steps quickly to regain possession for the Knights. Greg Allen tries to flick it on to him. Seahawks still have a lot of energy. as they have brought on some of their players a little bit lower down on the bench. I think the energy is definitely there for them, and these players definitely stepping on with something to prove, so really trying to show what they have.
Well, yeah, that's what you got to do when you're second, third string. You gotta show what you're made of. You gotta prove yourself that you can be on the field. You can do what the starters do. And you got to take advantage of that every single opportunity you get.
Absolutely. This is the most goals that the Seahawks have scored in any game this season. Only one above their previous, but four goal lead for a little while, and then the Knights able to answer back with one of their own on a great free kick opportunity. Seahawks have an opportunity here, and they're able to capitalize on it. As you saw the kick just towards the far post, Colin Flynn coming out quickly for it, not able to get a hand on it. And we see the Seahawks' 5th goal of the game.
Yeah, that's just too bad right there. Colin just unable to get off his line right there.
Number 25, Tyler Kurak, able to come out with that one. Freshman from Leonardtown, Maryland. And we'll have a goalie substitution. Number 1, Christian Reyes enters the game. His first minutes of the season, so he'll round out the game with 11 minutes left for the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks again with another opportunity. Bring the ball into the middle, trying to get a left-footed shot. Able to do so, but pushes the shot wide left of the post. Flynn elects to take it short to Dede. Nathan Allen with a good turn, now bringing the ball upfield. Anthony Bowden plays the ball on, but just behind Elijah Mendoza, who's making a run up the sideline. Now Christian Reyes getting his first touch of the season in a game. Seahawks continuing to put pressure on the back line for the Knights. Knights doing a good job there, containing. Good job stepping there, getting possession back. Not trying to force it downfield, but rather trying to hold on to the ball. Dede doing a good job trying to open up the play there. It's a good string of passes by the Knights here, though. Not just giving the ball up by trying to play it over the top, but trying to really just work it upfield. Even though they have given away the possession, that's a good string of passes there.
Getting down to about 9 minutes left here in the game.
The ref again getting involved in the play, uses his feet that time. Seahawks still have possession. Now the Knights able to step and pull that one away.
He must have heard you say something about it earlier.
He did. That's some good work. He has stepped up his game, and we appreciate that, sir. The hit pass earlier was no good. That time, although maybe trying to play defense, I'm not totally sure if he was playing defense or trying to flick the ball forward. It was hard to tell. They have to ask him after the game on that one. Seahawks again play the ball into the corner. Merritt Weeks with a good back heel. Seahawks again with a good opportunity on a through ball here. They get a good shot towards the goal, and it will cross over the line. The Knights trying to get back to keep that one out, but the Seahawks earned their 5th goal of the game. Now the Knights will make a couple of substitutions. We see number 14, Nathan Maloney, and number 3, Samuel Puffenbarger, both enter the game for the Knights. Now the Seahawks have a 5-goal lead over the Knights. 6 goals in this game definitely beats their previous record of only 3. Knights only coming away with 1 goal so far in this game. We'll also have Sean Diamond re-enter the game. He came off a little bit earlier. This is good by the Knights here, just trying to work the ball up slowly. They don't need to force anything. You still have time to just work the ball up. And now the Seahawks will begin their own possession. Oh, the ref getting involved again, taking a defensive touch there, I believe. Seahawks still come away with possession, though. Now the Knights bringing the ball up the sideline. So we've seen 3 touches by the referee tonight.
You know what? I mean, Knights probably won't complain about having an extra defender out there.
Yeah, I believe that's actually more touches than Christian Reyes has in goal currently. So the referee almost arguably more involved than the goalkeeper in the last couple of minutes. Advantage given here. Ball is played in towards the center. The Seahawks take a shot, but Colin Flynn there to get another save on the season, getting awfully close to triple digits now. Christian Rice bringing the ball upfield for the Knights, tries to find a long pass across the field. Oh, and it looks like an awkward kick there. Anthony Bowden trying to play the ball. Definitely collided with one of the Seahawk players. May have tweaked his knee. It was difficult to tell, but an awkward fall. And immediately grabbed towards his leg. Hard to tell what it was, but it does seem he's getting up, able to work that one off. A little bit tender on his left leg there, but seems to be okay. Sometimes that extra effort can just not pay off the way you would have liked, and that is just so hard to try to do. Now the Seahawks bring the ball in towards the center of the field. And we will have a free kick awarded in the other direction. Number 4, Eric Moe. We have just under 5 minutes remaining in the game. The Knights still trying to find that second goal of the game. Seahawks take away possession here and get a shot towards the goal, but it does go well wide of the near post. Merritt Weeks keeping a lot of pressure on there. Not at all able to get a clean shot.
Looks like Matt Jones will enter back into the game. Just getting close to about 4 minutes left and 23 seconds left.
Sean Diamond lays it off. Merritt Weeks able to flick that one towards the outside. Greg Allen tries to lay that back, but Matt Deedy, recognizing he did not have much time, so he just clears that ball well upfield. Diamond getting pushed back downfield, but doing a good job not giving away the possession. Now the Knights working the ball upfield well. Diamond a little bit of a step on the ball there, and progress was halted slightly, but now Elijah Mendoza on the other side trying to work the ball up. Nathan Maloney trying to keep the pressure on there, but the Seahawks again play the ball in towards the middle of the field, have an opportunity here. Takes a shot, but it does go wide of the post, but only by a couple of feet. Colin Flynn seemed to be in the right position there. Ball goes just wide of the post, and now they'll have a goal kick. Knights now get a throw in about midfield. Merritt Weeks trying to find a pass. Connects with Deedy. Now Greg Allen looking again, and possession given away again by the Knights. Seahawks again with numbers downfield. Tries to play it into the middle of the box. Colin Flynn there, and then takes a big hit well after he had already scooped up the ball. Almost the exact same thing from what we saw in the first half.
No, I don't think that was an intentional hit, but as you can see, the defender who ran into Colin, he came back up and raised his hand, said that was my fault, and came back and patted Colin on the back. But still, that's kind of a scary play there, running in that fast when Colin's not really expecting that.
Yeah, that's a hit on a defenseless player, and in football that would be a yellow flag, and in soccer that's actually a yellow card. But the ref not electing to give one there, as we do only have 2 minutes remaining, maybe thinking it's not worth it anyway, but it's a very difficult play to try to call, I guess. Now the Seahawks still just trying to work the ball around with about 60 seconds left in the game. Maybe one or two more opportunities left for either team. Seahawks trying to take advantage of one here. Ball played over the top. Merritt Weeks able to keep that one out of danger, but the Seahawks will have a corner, their 5th of the game. And this definitely one of the last opportunities. Smart play, though, bring back Nathan Maloney, one of the tallest players on the Knights team, so I'm definitely marking him up against whoever the tallest player is on the Seahawks. You see him on the front post. Does go towards the front post. Hard to tell who got ahead on that one, but it seems to be the Knights that head that one over the crossbar. And the Seahawks will have another corner kick. About 20 seconds to get that one off. Aaron Tannenbaum likes to just take that short. And now the Seahawks just quickly play the ball out, and we'll see the last few seconds run off the clock. And that'll do it here for your men's soccer matchup. The Seahawks of St. Mary's coming away with a 6-1 win over your Southern Virginia Knights.
We'll see the Knights out here again on Wednesday the 18th for the last home game of the year against Marymount. So make sure to tune into that. 7 p.m.
So St. Mary's also returning at home to continue their conference play. They play Mary Washington and then Wesley. So as the Southern Virginia Knights enter their conference play, not able to come away with the result that they wanted, but able to get a goal nonetheless. As Nash just mentioned, they do play Marymount Wednesday the 18th at 7, and then their next 2-3 games are all away. So they have one home game remaining, so go ahead and tune in for that one. The Knights not getting the result they wanted tonight, but continuing to show the sportsmanship, recognizing the seniors tonight. We appreciate them and all the time that they've put in here. So for myself, Nash, the rest of the broadcasting crew, thanks for watching, and as always, go Knights!